Shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rawakak Wadash, Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Right? Double honor to the apostles, a great millstone who do rule well, that taught me this truth. Peace, love, and blessings also to you, brothers on the highways and byways, giving all diligence to make that call and election sure. And also blessings to you very few sisters out there that are listening, learning, and believing. I'm that fellow labor Kanakla coming at you once again. GMS Tampa branch down here in Florida. And we're just going to get right into this. And basically, you can start a series, just saying the beginning of sorrows. Because that's what we're in. Okay. And though at the pace things are moving, is gaining traction. All right. The complete collapse and the downfall of the society, to the point where the beginning of sorrows is going to be a very short window. Okay. It's not going to be too much longer that we're going to be seeing the beginning of sorrows. It's a big hit. All right. It's what's trending right now as we speak highly. But the pace that the things are moving, the beginning of sorrows will be a thing of the past very soon. But we're going to get into this article here. It's from apnews.com. It says, no, you're not imagining it. Package sizes are shrinking. This is posted June 8th, so about 3 days ago. Okay. It says, it's the inflation you're not supposed to see. So you're not supposed to notice this. Why? Because the prices stay the same, but the packages get smaller. And I worked in retail for many years, all right, before I started doing what I'm currently doing now, all right, from my teenage years all the way up till I was about 18, from 16 to 18 years old, okay. So there's a couple years, man. So I've seen, within those couple years, I've seen a lot. And I'll be the first to tell you from experience that this isn't new, man. This was taking place. We in 2022 right now. Okay. In the middle of 2022. This was taking place, man. And I'm a fairly young individual. This was taking place, I'm going to put over 5 years ago from what I can see. All right. Just from my experience. I just say that, probably been taking place longer than that. But I'm just letting you know that this isn't something that has just now been happening. All right. Shrinkflation. As I say, the inflation you're not supposed to see. So they don't go up on a price. The psychological. They don't go up on a price, but in increments, little by little, they make the packages shorter to where you don't recognize it. Okay. Eventually you begin to recognize it, but at first the effects take long to settle. It says, from toilet paper to yogurt and coffee to corn chips, manufacturers are quietly shrinking package sizes without lowering prices. It's dubbed shrinkflation, and it's accelerating worldwide because, as the Lord said, the hour of temptation which he shall try the world. Okay, the Lord's going to try the world, and that temptation, mass part of that temptation, is going to be hunger. Okay, when people are hungry, they're going to be highly tempted to participate in Revelation, the chapter 13, verse 16, the mark, which is a CHIP RFID. Okay. So it says it's dubbed shrinkflation. It says in the U.S., a small box of Kleenex was 60 tissues. A few months ago, it had 65. So little by little, what they're doing is trying to buy time. They're trying to keep this. Basically, they're trying to buy time. They're trying to keep, production going and still make the money. Okay. And what's happening is the squeeze is coming down on these major corporations, these big companies, So they're taking their frustration, so to say, okay, and they're transferring it to the consumers. The consumers are the ones, as we know, that's always going to pay. All right, at the end, these major corporations are going to take the cut. They're subsidizing, okay, based off of what's coming from on top. So who gets less product? You're still paying the same amount of money, but you're getting less. That's another way to hide. That's a way to hide inflation. That's why it says um, quietly. They're trying to cloak inflation. Okay, get a preset real fast. All right, because they're trying to prolong this place. This is a Jeremiah 51 verse 7. It says Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and Babylon, aka America. Okay, this is a future prophecy. It's not concerning the ancient Babylon. This is concerning the future Babylon. Okay, it says that made all the earth drunken, slacker. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And this is a metaphor for its philosophies, all right, its way of life, its culture, all right, American culture, the American way of life, the American philosophy, okay, the American fashion. So all the nations have drunken of her wine, trying to be like unto this place, all right, and therefore the nations are mad, okay, because as you begin to drink that wine, all right, you see the outcome. As we always use the metaphor, you drink some cheap wine, some cheap alcohol, you wake up with a headache the next day because it wasn't pure. It didn't go through a refining process. All right, it was low quality, which is what America is: low quality, lack of morals. All right, the morality of this place is at an all-time low. It says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed, because this is going to happen. It's going to suddenly fall, okay? And it's going to be suddenly destroyed. The Lord says it's going to take 1 hour to destroy this place. It's how for her to take balm for her pain. Now, balm is an ointment, right, that you rub on wounds. It says take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. Okay, rub it on her, see if she can be healed. And this is a part of that balm. All right, shrinking packages, but still trying to make profit. Okay, so the people getting a less quality, which goes to show you that basically proves inflation. Because I remember, I think it was Elder Tahar said, he said that proves that, like, basically, no, I think it's Elder Rumlob. He was like, do you think the why are prices going up? He said, do you think the quality of the products is increasing? Like, oh, they're making the product a lot more stronger than they used to, or they're putting more nutrients in the food. They're doing it more natural way, so we got to charge more for this product because they're reinforcing these products and making them stronger than they ever been. No, they're not. All right. So why are prices going up for a low quality product? It's not that they're putting more quality into the product or taking more time to make the product. As a saying, they say it takes 6 months to make I think a Rolls Royce. Okay, but it takes a couple weeks to make a Toyota. All right, which is why they can charge so much for a Rolls Royce, because a lot of the quality is a higher quality. Things are handmade. Better care is taken when putting these products together. Okay, a lot of those high-end cars, you have men hand building or assembling the engines, and they're putting their signature on the engines. On these cars that's cheaper, on a lower quality end, you have machines putting these cars together. Okay, so something that takes more time and care and higher quality of material, it costs more, so you charge more. But here it is, as it said, Kleenex had 60 tissues, has now 60 tissues, but recently had 5 tissues. Okay, goes to show you that it's inflation. Okay, it says Chobani Flips yogurt have shrunk from 5.3 ounces to 4.5 ounces. Okay, but it's like, let me finish this. It says we would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed. So this is their way of trying to heal Babylon. Still, because the corporations, America's a big corporation. The corporations will keep this place open. Okay. The point of business as usual. Let's keep this place pumping. The business is a major corporation. So we would have healed Babylon. So they trying to, continue to make money, continue to be in production. And they're trying to buy time by just cutting back on the product, but still charging the same price without going up on price. Because if you go up on price, people are going to automatically see that, like, hey, I paid $5 for this last week. Now it's $7. Okay? But if you keep it at $5 and you take away 5 tissues, people are less likely to notice that. All right? So it says we would have healed Babylon. So they're trying to heal this place, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go everyone into his own country. So that's the solution. This place is at an end. All right. Understand that it's at an end. Forsake her. Leave. That's it. And us that's part of the hopeful elect. It's talking about spiritually. Forsake this place. Come out of this place. If you have your heart set on what you're going to do the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years, all right, cancel those plans and hasten the day of the coming of the Lord. Okay, it says, let us go everyone to his own country, for a judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. And that's what these other nations are saying. All right, because the nations have drunken of her wine.
Babylon hath been a golden cup.
Okay, so these nations will come here, set up shop. All right, whether they were Arabs, East Indians, we very well aware. If you are a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, especially Negroes, you're very well aware of the Chinese business within your neighborhoods, from the China ones to the hair stores, hair products, to the nail salons, beauty parlors. Okay, you're very, very well aware of that. But now those nations are getting ready to flee this place because they see that it's at an end. It's no more making money, no more making profits. That's it. Okay? Let's go back to this article. It says, so the Chobani yogurts, they cut back in ounces. It says, in the UK, Nestle slimmed down its Nescafe Azera Americano coffee tins from 100 grams to 90 grams. In India, a bar of Vim dish soap has shrunk from 155 grams to 135 grams. Okay? And these are things that people, they might notice it, but since the price is still the same, it messes with their head. All right? It's an illusion. It says shrinkflation isn't new, but it proliferates in times of high inflation. Exactly. So we're in a time of inflation. So you're going to see, this at a high level. It says, as companies grapple with rising costs of ingredients, and that's the point. It says packaging, labor, and transportation. And transportation right now is big, considering the gas prices. So they got to cut somewhere. That's why they're cutting back on your products, the quality of your products, and the quantity as well. It says global consumer price inflation was up in an estimated 7% in May, a pace that will likely continue through September, according to S&P Global. So they say around about August, September, especially around about August, they say, man, this place it's going to be hit, man. Okay? So it's only going to get worse from here. From the next 6 months to a year, we could be out of here, Lord willing. It says it comes in waves. We happen to be in a tidal wave at the moment because of inflation. So this is that cat they pull out the bag, or that trick that they pull from their sleeves when things get hard. All right, shrinkflation. Their secret weapon. It says Edgar Dworsky, a consumer advocate and former assistant attorney general in Massachusetts, who has documented shrinkflation on his consumer word website for decades. Okay, so he said for decades. I was just talking about within the last, okay, 10 years. So decades meaning plural. When I when I was working in retail. It says Dorsey began noticing smaller boxes in cereal aisles last fall, and shrinkflation has ballooned from there. He can cite dozens of examples from Cottonella Ultra Clean Care toilet paper, which was shrunk from 340 sheets per roll to 312. All right. So just imagine this, because they're going to shrink the products as much as they can. So just imagine when they can no longer shrink the products and the price going up. So you're going to, from all the shrinking of the products, you're going to be, oh my, it's going to catch up. The prices are going to jump. So while they're shrinking the products, eventually they're going to come to that road where, as it say, I remember Elder Gabar stated, even the longest string has an end to it. So they're going to cut the products so they can't no more. Then they're going to cut the products. As they cut the products so small, then the price, you ain't going to have no choice but to jack up the price. So you're going to be paying, oh man, inflation it's going to be terrible. You're going to be paying all this money for a shrunken product. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, man. So we're not going to read too much more on this. You get the point. All right, this is a good read. Lord willing, I put this article in the description box, and I'm definitely sending this out to the group chat amongst the brothers. All right, so let's go to this second Esdras. I didn't want to make this lesson too long, but it is what it is. Second Esdras 16 and 17. It says, "Woe is me, woe is the stress." So as you still making the same amount of money, you're not getting raises, because look, gas is going up weekly. It's not like we're getting weekly raises. You lucky if you get a year raise. A lot of these places be 10, 20, 50 cents, maybe $1. Okay. It's not going up drastically. So the stress, woe is me who will deliver me in those days. The beginning of sorrows, and that's what we're in, the beginning of sorrows. You think this is a problem because you pain at the pumps, as they say, the term they use, pain at the pumps. You're stressing about how much gas is. I was at a gas station today. I saw this Edomite chick pull up, older lady in a Acura. She pulled up just to take a picture of the gas prices. She got out of her car, pulled out her phone to take a picture of the gas prices. Now I know it's crazy in California, but over here right now it's currently $4.89, $4.99 in some places. So basically $5. Now that's a lot for us. Okay, we never seen anything like that. All right. So these are just the beginning of sorrows. You think this is hard? Oh, we can barely, you go to the grocery. No, this is the beginning, man. The Lord has some great judgment to come for this place. It says the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. So you're mourning. This is the beginning. You're finna get ready to mourn and weep, man. It says the beginning of famine and great death. So famine is going to bring forth great death. And we're in the beginning stages of that. It says the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Okay. And these evils are here. But what we going to do? The scripture say wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. Seeking the kingdom. Seeking Yahweh Shai. The scripture say seek the Lord while he may be found, because we're approaching that time where the Lord is not going to be found. So all, as the scriptures say, all these is sent for amendments, man. All right, for you to get the clue. Yahushua said the signs, man. So these are signs of the times. This place is out of here. So just want to do a quick lesson on that. Lord, Swilden was edified. Till next time, giving all praises to Yahweh Shai. Say shalom.